Today is number 2 of 4 on the What's Awesome with Connect. And today we're taking a look at the designer module and what's cool with the designer module. And I'm going to use the word cool a lot and awesome and super because it is, right? Let's make this clear. Connect is pretty awesome. So the first thing that I appreciate about the designer module is that it's a pretty what you see is what you get drag and drop interface for most of even what I have to do every day. So for example, if I want to add a zip code, or I want to add the email, let's say I want to add the email to this template. If I do drag and drop, it'll immediately add it functioning, and when I change record, it's there. Like it's that easy. The small drag and drop creates a script automatically and everything is perfect. And when it's not drag and drop, it uses simple wizards. So for example, the table that you see here with all the line items, the 25 for this specific record, all I needed to do was to click on Insert Detail Table, and then select the right table. There could be multiple here. Click Next, choose a couple of options and finish, and I was done. I added my own style, obviously, but this is the basics of it. You use wizards, drag and drop, and most things work. The page 1 of 2 on the top, that was added using the page number, page count, etc. So it's pretty easy. The other thing is that you can customize what appears on each page, not only within the main text flow, but also for the headers and footers. Now, if you see here, the first page has a large footer with a page numbering, and the bottom has continued on next page. And the page 2 has this cutoff that you can have at the bottom. That could be a payment slip, that can be a totals page, it can be whatever you want. You have a very good power over what appears when. This is controlled using the master page, so the first, last, single, middle, those are all the positions that you can choose. So when you have a single page, or when you have 2 or 3 or 6 pages, it'll use the right one. And then because we're in print, the other thing that's pretty important is overflow. So if you look here, this table that I added, I didn't have to do much to make it work. I used the wizard and I chose a couple of styles, and then I added it to the page. It automatically creates the number of pages you need and cuts off with the selected option. I have the subtotal appearing here, and then it reappears as a transport line here along with the title, the headers of the table. This is all done automatically. You don't need to think about what's going to appear and manually cut them off. It's all super effective. Now, of course, there's a lot more that's awesome with the print, but let's go take a look at web and email. So if we go back to the welcome screen, if you want to create quality email and web output, along with the print one, but especially the email and web, in the template wizards, you have a lot of different templates that are available. And by the time you see this video, there will be a bit more, including a couple from a Litmus pre-made, tested, and proven templates that you can use directly here. But even then, even now, if you look at the email templates, it's super easy to use. You choose the template that you want. So this is the action template. Choose a couple of options, finish. And now you have an email template that you can customize, change the colors, change the text, and of course add your own data into it. So if I do first name here instead of the first that was already there, and I go into preview, you already have a personalized email, and you choose the email you want to send it to. So here it's email address, I think email. And if I were to take this and click on send email, it would send these emails right away. Now, of course, I don't want to. I don't have 101 emails to send to fake addresses, but you get the picture. You get the gist of it. You customize this, you use it right away in Designer, and it's done. Now, if what you're doing is more than just sending one email to one person per record, well, you have to CC, BCC script. You can attach PDFs and password protect them, change the subject dynamically, and then all of that is available for your client. You get really awesome personalized emails that your client might love to read, more than just a basic text-based email saying, "Sir or Madam, your name." How boring is that? Like, seriously. And when it comes to web, we have pretty much the same thing. So if I open the web templates, come on, welcome screen. So if I go in the web templates, we have a couple of things based on the Foundation framework. You can use any framework you like. And right here and then, you have an email page, landing page, a report, anything that you want to put on the web, and it's available here. You can customize it, add whatever you want, change links to the button so it links to your main website, whatever it is. Now, the web is also responsive, so if you want to create a website that works for mobile, well, most of our templates by default already do that. So if I reduce this to something like a small tablet or a phone, then it automatically adjusts. And as long as you're using a framework like Foundation, you can continue to use this. We even provide snippets pre-made that you can take here and add to your template, change the information in it, and you have pre-made styles, which you can customize if you really know how to. And by the way, all these three contexts, the print, the web, the email, can be within a single template and share both the data mapping configuration as well as the resources. So if you're sending an email and you want to attach either a promotional personalized message to it as a PDF, or you have an invoice you want to send password protected, you can do all that directly from Designer. You just need to use the pre-made scripts that are just so easy to use. As I said, these three contexts will share resources, including the snippets. Now, there's some snippets when you create a new web template, but if you create your own snippet, you have a table, you have text, you have anything that you want to reuse, either multiple times or within different contexts, or you want to share them between templates because you can import and export snippets, you can do so. All you need to do is to create the snippet, right-click, snippet, create, and that'll create a snippet which you can drag into another template, just like that. So that's pretty cool, and all the images also, and the fonts and the style sheets you can import and export. And what wraps all of this together is the powerful scripting engine. Now, the first thing is, of course, you have the basic text script, which will replace text on the page with the information from a record, so a field or multiple fields, and you can combine them. You can format each field in the way that you want. You can separate them with line returns, with spaces, commas, whatever, so you can create full sentences using only information from your record, or you can combine static text with record information. Anyways, it's pretty awesome already. If you want a bit more advanced option, you can even change attributes for different elements, like the source for images and the link for, like, create a dynamic link leading to a dynamic landing page in your email if you want. All of that works fine. And if you're into power user mode, you can just create your own scripts. And this is a JavaScript environment, everything that basic ECMA script supports, as well as a lot of APIs that we've created, like control pages and accessing record and detail table information. All of that you can use here. Now, I mentioned style sheets, I mentioned JavaScript, and I said HTML because the biggest, the big thing that I love about Designer, and I was excited to learn this like 5 years ago when I started to hear about Connect, is the fact that it uses web technology. We're talking HTML5, CSS3, JavaScript, the latest version. This is running on the same engine that Firefox uses. It's the Gecko engine. So basically, depending on who you're sending this to, if it's print especially, whatever you see on the internet that uses HTML, CSS, JavaScript will most likely work in Designer. Anything that's jQuery based, AngularJS, Barebone, anything that you can find on the internet works here. It's not proprietary language. Yes, we have an API, but it's also based on jQuery, highly inspired by jQuery, and it's super easy to use, especially if you're already used to these web technologies. If you're a web designer, you'll love how we can do things here. Now, I could definitely go on for about an hour talking about the different things in Connect Designer. We already have walkthroughs, we already have training videos for you to take a look at, so go ahead and go on learn.objectiflune.com, take a look at the different ways that you can work with Connect, and take a look at the how-tos also. There's a couple of very interesting tips and tricks on that. So next video, we will be talking about the output module, a little less exciting, but still very powerful. And this concludes today's Connect with Evie. I hope you learned something new today, and if you have any questions, comments, things you'd like to hear about, don't hesitate to comment below, and subscribe if you want to be aware of new videos that prop up. And as always, see you in a few clicks.